Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 8th, or sorry, December 19th. I was totally wrong. We're going to do a Celtic Cross style reading here. And you start off in your general energies with the Knight of Pentacles. So something might be moving a little slowly, although this looks really good. It looks like you're leaving behind something that makes you not happy and you're moving towards something that makes you very happy. 10 of Cups. So I do feel that there could be happiness coming in for you, but I also feel that there's a little bit of indecision here. So maybe what's blocking you is needing to make a choice or a decision. So let's look into it. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Like I said, Knight of Pentacles is slow movement, not making a move. So I think any move would be better than no move at this time, especially if you're moving towards something like a business idea, job, something that you feel like could improve your life. And maybe that's a little bit of a problem, actually, because for some of you, I feel like it's like I see that 10 of Cups almost as an opportunity here that you could see. It's like you see it, it feels right, but maybe that's a problem. It doesn't think right. So maybe the thinking is missing, or, maybe you normally can look at a situation that feels right and you can say, okay, this makes logical sense, but something doesn't make sense here to me, but not in a bad way. I think like if I were you, I would be moving towards a thing that feels right, but maybe doesn't make sense, or I don't know, there's some sort of blockage here. I hope this makes sense, but that's kind of like what I'm getting here with this Knight of Pentacles. For others, this could be love. But I feel like this is new love coming in for you. You have the sun as your crossing energy. It doesn't matter what the sun is doing, upside down, crossing, left, right, center. Doesn't matter. The sun is always positive. So I do feel there's a lot of happiness coming in for you. But it's almost like you have to accept an offer or make a move here with the Knight of Pentacles. Take it how it resonates. You're gonna have to be honest with yourself here, Gemini, because I do feel there's a good opportunity that's in front of you, but you're going to have to do kind of like something to get it is what I feel here. Or you're going to have to make some sort of change to get it, kind of is what I'm getting, or something like that. So I would move in a new direction. Again, we're going to clarify this in just a minute. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of defending your position at the top of the hill. It's also a card of knowing that you know that something is going to be successful. Like, it's having the belief that something is going to work without actually having the proof, right? I always say with the Seven of Wands, if you can believe something deep down inside, if you can believe it deep into your DNA, deeper than your bones, right? Then you will be very successful. So I think your mind is very much could control an outcome for you. But I feel like you have to believe it, right? And even if we look here in your foundation, this is the thing that is blocking you right here, the Eight of Swords. So I feel like this Eight of Swords is maybe self-imposed restriction or holding yourself back in some way. Even if we go like this right here, we go Eight of Swords up to the Ten of Cups to the Two of Swords. It's like mentally blocked. Going this way, happiness, celebrations, good things coming in for you. So I would go this direction. Don't go this way, because that feels a little bit stuck to me. Eight of Swords also has to do with your emotions. She is standing in this tiny little pool of water here, and it kind of represents the fact that, it kind of represents shallow emotions, basically. It doesn't say that you are shallow. It just says that what she is possibly worrying about or thinking about, or like the fear, doesn't actually exist, or the emotions that she thinks that she's going to feel or whatever doesn't actually exist. So she really needs to open her eyes. She needs to set herself free. In the past, you have the Nine of Swords. It could definitely be past experience that is preventing you from moving towards something that you want, of course. But Nine of Swords is like a round and round card. He's gone to bed, he's had a nightmare, and now he's waking up and he's stuck in a nightmare. So it's kind of an energy of being stuck in a nightmare. But, again, luckily it's in the area of your life that you are moving past in this reading. So, who cares? I think you're moving past it. In the very near future, you have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, and it's also happy home, happy family, of course. So if you're looking for love, definitely could be a person. You could already have love, and this could just be like a deepening connection. I am getting children for some of you. So if you want children, or if you're hoping to have children, some of you could be, thinking about having children, or you could be working towards having children here. For others, I just feel kind of like happiness, like fortune after difficulty. So just improvements coming into your life. And again, we're going to have to clarify to get more details on these improvements. Next, in the area of the next few months, you have the Three of Cups, which is like a celebration or a reunion. I do feel some of you could have a reunion, and this could be with like family. Ten of Cups is community or family. Three of Cups is family. So some of you could be like a family reunion. I do feel for a small percentage of you, you could hear, over the next few months, you could hear from a person from the past that's love. I think this person has a lot of burdens in their life is kind of like what I'm picking up on here. And, again, what I'm saying is don't hold your breath. This person's not coming. I don't think this person is necessarily coming in to come back into your life. I think this person is coming in looking for forgiveness, looking to, release some burdens. Maybe they left you in a bad way or something. And sorry, I have something in my eye right now. But maybe they left you in a bad way and they're just hoping for forgiveness or something like that. It's up to you, what you do in that situation. But I do feel it could be happening over the next few months. And, it could be a person from the past. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, of course, is a card of burdens. Some of you might need to protect your energy. This isn't just love in this position. It is all relationships. I do feel this energy of needing to protect your energy. I also get this energy of needing to make sure, here's the thing. I feel like you really need to kind of, before you say yes to people about anything, I really feel like you need to go deep inside and say, do I really see myself doing this or not? And here's what I mean by that. It's like if someone's coming in asking you to team up on a business or asking you to, help them out in their life in some way. I feel like you really need to make sure you're doing it from the right place, because I just feel this energy of potential burdens that you don't want to have happening here. So I'd make sure, I would just make sure of that. I would make sure that you're not putting yourself in a position where you're doing things that you don't want to do, and stuff like that. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Two of Swords. I feel like you could shortcut this right here. Two of Swords, she is sitting where she has always been. This right here is meant to be made of marble, the bench that she's sitting on. And she's been just, it's meant to represent something hard, somewhere she has been her whole life. If she turned around, she could go to this new island and she could experience something new. So I feel like for some of you, you need to experience something new. I would also be careful of someone coming in from the past who's trying to negotiate, basically. Two of Swords is trying to find a middle ground or trying to come to some sort of agreement. Again, you do what you do, whatever you want. I always say tarot shouldn't tell you what to do, but I almost feel like this person, it's they're trying to negotiate something, but it's are you someone that should be negotiated with? Or should someone just give you everything they got? Because you also give everything you got. That's my question to you, Gemini. I don't know. Can't answer that question for you, but it's if this person's coming in being how, they're basically, what they're saying to me is, how can I half-ass this? How can I continue to half-ass this relationship? So, I would ask you, do you want to be in a half-ass relationship or a whole-ass relationship, right? I think whole-ass is way better than a half-ass. So, there you go. And for your outcome, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about looking for something new. And actually, that's not really what it represents, but intuitively, I feel like it's saying you're looking for new opportunities in your life. So let's get a bunch more detail on this, Gemini, because I need it, but let's see. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun, you have the Three of Swords. Some of you, again, I do feel this could be you being illuminated as to why something had to go the way it did, some sort of breakup or separation. So if you went through a breakup or separation, this could be clarity or information, news, something like that coming in. So I feel that. I feel some of you could be going through this heartbreak right now. Feels very weird. To me, I feel it, which is interesting as well. I'm wondering, I would be careful, what I'm trying to spit out here is that, I think for the most part, you're fine. And then you have these moments where maybe you feel it, again, the breakup. And I feel like you need to say to yourself, is this me or them? And I think it's them, not you. So sometimes I feel that. I always tell people, it's as an intuitive, it's half the time I go out, I feel some weird feeling. It's probably not me, right? So I always tell people that the trick I use to protect myself are these my feelings? I literally ask it in my head. Is this my feeling? Right? And sometimes that's all I have to do. I don't have to do anything else, right? Just asking the question. It's return to sender, basically. Same thing. So some of you, I feel need to do that. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Strength card. Yeah, I feel for those of you blocking a person or who are preventing yourself from going back to a person or whatever, I feel like it has required strength. This is also a card of courage. And the Seven of Wands is also kind of a card of persistence. I feel like that Seven of Wands is saying you need to be persistent in your pursuit of Ten of Cups, Three of Cups, which is like happily ever after. So maybe a lot of you don't have your happily ever after yet. And I feel like this energy is encouraging you to not stop moving towards your happily ever after. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles. See, I feel like you have a lot to offer in a situation, in all situations. So no settling is what I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is saying. She is also the card of resourcefulness. She like has the resources necessary to do the things that she wants to do in life. So I feel like there are a lot of resources available to you. The Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. And I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is saying, if you want to do anything, start a business, get a new job or move or travel or whatever, I feel like the resources exist to help you, but you are going to have to like find them. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, definitely like a true love situation in the past. I just feel like it went nowhere is what I would say here. I mean, if you have experienced a breakup recently, or this could have happened months ago is what I'm getting here, is that, it just wasn't going anywhere. It was just like the same. Nine of Swords, it's funny because the Nine of Swords has been coming up a lot. And what I would say is, we have Mercury going retrograde at the end of the month. So I'm wondering if, it's just typical Mercury retrograde thinking about the past or the past returning type of, junk going on here. But I just feel like it was Groundhog's Day. I feel like it's like the same thing over and over and over again with this person. You deserve 10 of Cups. With the Ten of Cups, you have the King of Swords. Yes, someone who is mature, someone who puts in the work, someone who is wise. I feel like you have become wise as well. It's like you're much more, I feel like you're much more certain of what you want with that Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is kind of like fortune after difficulty, but it is happily ever after. And, those people are looking at that rainbow of cups above them. And, it's like they're choosing to be happy. They're in the real world. They still have to deal with all their problems and issues. Can we get more details on that King of Swords? Yeah, King of Cups, someone who actually has emotions to offer in your life or to you in general. It could be, I don't really feel like air or water, it could be any sign that's coming in for you. It could be a Leo as well. Yeah, you have the Star card, definitely something you've been wishing for. This is kind of like a love reading, honestly. Mostly because I just intuitively feel it's a love reading, but I also feel like you're healing there with the Star. If you're not looking for love, the Star could just be a goal. Even if you are, I still feel could be like a goal, wish, or dream to have your happily ever after. With the Three of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Someone returning. Like I said, I would be careful of someone returning, but I would also say that with the Wheel of Fortune, we have a choice as to where we end up on the wheel. There are actually three, on a traditional Wheel of Fortune, there are like 3 levels to the wheel. There's like the outside, there's like an inner ring, and then there's the center. And we want to be at the center of the wheel because that's where things can change and things can happen around us and things can, kind of be going around us and all this other stuff. But we can at least see things as they come. We can prepare for things. It's not going to focus over there. We can prepare for things that are coming our way, and we can also see good things that are coming our way as well. And a lot of people always ask, like, why does it matter if good things are coming my way? Of course I want good things. I'm like, well, why it matters being able to see it is like, if you can see a good thing coming your way, then you can grab onto it and you can multiply it. You can make it better than it actually is by being able to see it coming. You can better capitalize on the good things that come your way. And I kind of get that for you there, needing to capitalize. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Judgment card. I mean, literally, you have the only 2 cards I consider next coming back, Judgment and Wheel of Fortune. So, again, like I said, I definitely felt it. And again, like I always say, I want to stress to you that I do not support going back to an ex in the first place. So I totally understand if you don't want to go back to an ex. You don't have to tell me twice, right? But that's not going to stop someone from popping their ugly little head up. So, I would be very careful if you don't want to hear from somebody. The other thing that I would say is there's something here about your purpose. Can we get more details on that? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like some of you could be discovering a new purpose. Kind of weird because I feel for some of you, it's like maybe you've had a career for like 20 years and you could be discovering something totally new, like out of the blue. You could be discovering like a new work or business opportunity, a new career opportunity. And I feel like it takes you in a completely different direction. For some of you, I feel it's like a wake-up call that happens that brings you in this new direction. Like for some of you, maybe you're having an experience, or for some of you, it's popping into mind that you could be like having a family member or a friend who has like an experience. I don't know what type of experience, but they could be having an experience. And whatever this experience is kind of the thing that it's almost like it's the catalyst for this opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like it's something that you will do for a very long time. So again, if you're getting a job or a business or, thinking about making a change, I feel some of you could be discovering a purpose here. With the Two of Swords, you have the Nine of Wands. I really feel you need to make sure that you don't give up at this time. I feel like you need to keep pushing. Again, you have the Seven of Wands card of persistence. This is a card of perseverance. To me, they're very similar energies, persistence and perseverance. They both kind of represent not giving up. So definitely a time for you to keep pushing. For some of you, I feel like your happily ever after is becoming possible. Maybe you've given up on it as well. And I feel like this is saying, don't give up on your happily ever after, basically. With the Page of Swords, you have the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. I really feel there's new love coming in for you here. I actually want to clarify that, and then I want to ask something else as well for you. So hold on. With that card, you have the Knight of Swords. See, I feel like someone could be rushing in. Someone wants to move faster than the other person here. Could be you, could be them. I'm actually getting, normally I get one side or the other, but it's kind of going back and forth. So, if it's you that wants to move faster, I would just be patient with the person because, again, I feel like there could be a person here and maybe they just don't want to move as quickly. I feel like this person's like magical. I have like Harry Potter popping into my head. You could be attracting like a witch or a warlock or something. I have no clue, but this person, I feel like it's talking about the fact that they manifest things very, very quickly. So you could be attracting that type of person, but somebody wants to move a little bit slow here. But definitely starting out as communication. So I like that. But that's that. What I wanted to ask is, what are we missing? I feel like something is missing from this reading, so can we ask what is missing here, universe? You have the Page of Swords. You have the Page of Swords twice here. I feel like you need to look into some sort of mystery. Again, like I said, if you have like one of those, this feels very random to me. Again, this random opportunity that could be coming in from a person. You're going to have to keep your eyes peeled. But again, it's almost like a career opportunity or business opportunity. Take it how it resonates. For some of you, you could be retired. And, I always get comments from retired people. It's like, just because you're retired doesn't mean you can't like be working on a personal project or something like that. But something is waking you up here, Gemini. It's like I almost feel like I feel like you don't want to miss out on this. But I'm not saying that as in I'm telling you don't miss out on this. Like, I feel like you feel like you don't want to miss out on this. This opportunity comes in, you're like, I want this, right? So I would look into it. I would be curious about things that you become interested in. Yeah, I feel like it's going to move you on to just bigger and better things. Six of Swords is about moving on to calmer shores. And, it's about kind of leaving something behind, which is very interesting because, normally the woman and the child in the boat on the Six of Swords, they only have the clothing on their back. They're leaving everything from their life behind. They're not taking anything with them. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be making a significant change here with this Six of Swords and kind of like going across choppy waters to get to something better. And you have this Death card as well, so definitely a major transformation coming in for you. There's like a new opportunity coming in for you, and it's going to be very, very solid. Let's put it that way, Gemini, especially with that Ace of Pentacles. I mean, Ace of Pentacles is meant to represent a really big opportunity. So we're going to pull 5 main themes for you this week. You start off with this horseshoe. It says, good luck. I feel like there is a lot of good luck coming in for you. I'm also getting the word graduation popping into my head. So some of you might be like getting a certification or something like that. I'm not sure that there's graduation going on in school, although I guess it could be possible. But you could be wondering if you're going to graduate or if you're going to like pass a test or something like that. It's popping into my head. I feel like there's a lot, luck is on your side. Next, you have this table card. It says hard work ahead. I do feel like there's hard work ahead, but I feel it's like work that you want to do. That's the difference. Here's the secret. Mars retrograde in your sign. It's like the thing with Mars retrograde is I feel for the most part, if we don't want to do something, we're just not going to do it. We are just not going to want to do it. And we probably physically won't be able to do it. If we want to do something, then we will. I always say that with Mars retrograde, the secret isn't to not work. The secret is to do the things that flow, to do the things that actually just have a kind of like a nice little flow to them. So I think you will be working hard. You have this funnel card. It says period of frustration, lessons to be learned. I feel like you went through this period of frustration. For some of you, it's with a person. What's more frustrating is that if this is a past person that's frustrating you, I feel like it could have been something great and you know that. So that makes it like worse in your head. But I don't know. I feel like you're leaving it behind. You have this knot card, unsuccessful plans. Again, I feel like that's tied to this person. I'm going to pull an extra card because of that. You have this goldfish. It says increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Definitely, I feel there could be an increase in your wealth, but it looks to me like you're kind of building something quickly. I like to remind people as well that, like, right now with Uranus and Taurus, I'm not saying that we won't become wealthy, because I actually think that some of us could be, building more wealth than ever, really. But what I would say is it's not going to be happening overnight. If you've been doing the work for years to build your business or whatever, then it totally could happen overnight. But again, is that really overnight? I always like to remind people that, that's not overnight. And the reason I say that is because we shouldn't be selling ourselves short. Like, if you've been working on something for like 10 years and then you become overnight very successful all of a sudden, it didn't happen overnight. It took you 10 years. So, don't sell yourself short. But what I would say is that we are building things that are permanent. And that's what Uranus and Taurus is here to teach us, to build things of value, to build things that last for a very long time. That's why I say no get rich quick schemes during Uranus and Taurus, or really ever. But, during Uranus and Taurus, definitely, because, get rich quick doesn't work under Uranus and Taurus. But the secret is if you build something of quality that lasts for a long time, then you will get rich quick. That's the secret. So really, it is and it isn't, right? Kind of like a paradox. Next, you have this bridge. It says successfully overcoming a problem. I do feel like you're overcoming problems. Again, you have the Ten of Cups, which is fortune after difficulty. So I do feel there's like a lot of improvements coming in for you. But this looks really good. So thank you for being here, Gemini. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.